Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. Right now I am at Bali, and as you can see I am sitting at the airport right now, and this is the day where I actually fly back to my country from Bali. I will be actually sharing with you all some beautiful tips and also some good information that you will need when you are coming down here in Bali. So do watch the full video because it's going to be very informative, and trust me, it's going to help you a lot on the next trip to Bali. Well, let me just tell you about the documents first. You will need a valid passport. Along with that, you will be needing your return flight tickets, hotel bookings, and your COVID certificate when you are coming here in Bali from India. Well, they won't check much. They will just might check your passport and your return tickets, but it can be a day where they check, so it's better that you carry it from your home. You can apply for visa on arrival here. For that, you just need to bring the documents which I have just mentioned, nothing else. Or you can go for the e-visa process as well. I have made a dedicated video on that. You can check it out how to do it in like maximum 2 to 3 minutes time. So when you arrive here at the airport, you are done with your visa and also your check-in. After that, the next thing that you will be needing is a SIM card. Well, I have actually taken a SIM card from outside, and I thought that it might be a bit cheaper out over there, but the price is almost the same at the airport and also outside the airport, maybe in Kuta or Seminyak or Canggu or maybe in Ubud. But the difference between one which I took outside and the one which they provide here is that at the airport, the SIM card which you will be taking, they say that you cannot use a hotspot and you cannot connect with any other phone or laptop except the phone which you are using, the SIM card where you put your SIM card actually. Except that phone, you won't be able to use any other phones with the internet hotspot. You can just use Wi-Fi from your hotel, but not the internet hotspot, which is actually a bummer. But the one I took from outside, it was having the same internet package of 28 GB, and I had to pay almost around 1200 Indian rupees, which was also the same here at the airport. But they say that you can easily use hotspot, and I've also tested it out that I could use my hotspot from the mobile or the SIM card that I'm using. So this is the basic difference. So you can just check on that. If you need to connect any other device along with your mobile phone, then it's better that you take it from outside. Well, it's very difficult to find public transport here. I know there is, but normally people don't talk about it much. And the best way to travel here is by Grab bike or by car. If you are traveling solo just like me, then Grab bike is like heaven for you. And if you are traveling with your family maybe, then you can always book a Grab, which is actually an app used here for traveling and also for booking food. Gojek is also there, and both are actually the same, so you can just check on the prices on which you get cheaper. So transportation, the best way I would suggest is by Grab or by Gojek. But the main problem here of Grab bikes is that you won't be actually get picked up from the airport itself by Grab bike, as there are a lot of syndicate taxi drivers, and also there are Grab cars and Gojek cars also. There are lounges outside from which you can book, but not Grab bike. You have to walk almost around 150 meters to 200 meters just to get a bike right from there. So if you are using the internet from the airport, do check that out. Do book a Grab bike actually, and check the way to go actually, because outside the airport you won't be getting any internet, and you might also lose your driver as well. So keep this thing in mind when you're coming and you're not taking a SIM card from the airport and booking a Grab bike as well. Food here is not that costly actually. You can try out local cuisines as well as Indian food. There are a lot of hotels and restaurants where they are serving it. You can also book it from the Grab or Gojek app. They will deliver it just like the way you order in Zomato and Swiggy in India. I tried out a lot of local food like nasi goreng, nasi ayam, and also the Indonesian's famous dish baksho. All are cheap, and it will cost you almost around 100 to 150 rupees for maybe a dinner or a breakfast. But it can go up to 500-600 or more if you are going and buying it from the restaurants. So street food is one of the best things that you can avail. You can get some good quality food also, and it can be cheap also. So keep this thing in mind while coming here in Bali. Well, the first thing that you can see after reaching the airport is the big statue right over here. I don't know whether the camera can catch it or not. That is the statue of Garuda Vishnu, and the place is known as Garuda Vishnu Park, which you can visit when you are staying in Kuta. Along with that, you can visit Ulunwatu temple, Tanah Lot temple, Taman temple, and there are a lot of more places to visit. And also you can see beautiful sunrise and sunset at the German beach, Kuta Beach, Seminyak Beach, and other places as well. So I have made some dedicated videos on the things that you can do in Kuta. Do check them out. It's in the Bali playlist itself. It will give you a lot of information and also help you prepare a budget for it. Well, Nusa Penida is one of the highlights when you are coming here in Bali, as this place is very different from any other places as I have ever seen. So you can check that out. It's beautiful, and all the videos are there in my playlist of Nusa Penida as well. Traveling in Nusa Penida might get costly if you are going by tour packages or any other agencies. But trust me, that is the island which I felt is one of the cheapest islands you can visit here in Bali. Once you go down at the harbour, you can book a bike which will cost you around 300 to 400 rupees, and you can easily get bungalows which are quite beautiful, just like I did on my trip. You can check that videos out. It's almost costed me around 1000 rupees per night. Along with that, they had breakfast options also. So it's good to go and book a bike and travel around at Nusa Penida. But one thing that I would suggest is that the petrol price is very different in almost all the petrol pumps. I don't know why. And there are a lot of places where they are selling petrol in black, which you can also buy if there is a need or if there is an emergency, because petrol pumps are mainly located near the harbor areas, and when you are traveling from one place to another, maybe from east to west or west to east, then you will be crossing a lot of hills on the way. So you might get shortage on petrol, which you can always buy from all the villages right over there, but you need to pay an extra price, which is almost around what to say, like 30-40 rupees maybe, because petrol is very cheap here. It's almost around 55 to 56 rupees per liter here at the Nusa Penida Islands and in Bali. Well, when you are visiting Bali, there are a lot of temples that you will be visiting, which are quite similar to what you will be getting in India. But do maintain some discipline and norms, like covering your knees and shoulder, because this is how you provide respect towards the Balinese culture and to all the places you go and all over the world. Well, when you are traveling to Tirta Gangga, Gate of Heavens or the Bashiki temple, it's very difficult to find a grab car or a bike while coming back to Ubud. So it's better that you book your personal bike or car, or book it along with a driver when you are going to these places, because these are quite far away from Ubud and it's a day trip that you can do there. I've made a dedicated video on that also. You can check them out. It's in the Bali playlist. And Bashiki temple is the mother temple here in Bali, which is a definite recommendation from my end. Well, there is a tax that you need to pay when you're coming here in Bali, which is the Bali tourist tax. It is almost around 800 Indian rupees. You can book it online. I have done a dedicated video on that. I will link that in the description for you all. It takes around 2 to 3 minutes time to do the entire process, or you can come here and pay it at the airport. But the thing which I would like to say here is that they didn't check for that. When I came here at the airport from India, I asked them, like, won't there be any checking on this? They said that they can check you at any place wherever you are traveling. The police can check you, or maybe during the time of departure they might check you. So you just need to keep that. It's a mandatory thing for everyone to pay this particular tax here in Bali. Well, one of the most important things that you need to know here in this trip to Indonesia or Bali is that you need a Type C or Type F charger or an adapter actually, because in here normally the charging ports are different than what you will be getting in India. Universal charger is something which you can always carry, and I always recommend it. But the problem here was that when I went to all the hotels, the universal charger was not fitting in, because you need Type-C or Type-F adapter first, and then you can connect it with the universal charger. Yes, it is true, and I have made a dedicated video on that. You can check it out. It's also in the Bali playlist, where I've shown you what are the things that you need to do to connect your mobile with the charger or your laptop with it. So definitely watch that out. It's very informative, and you definitely will need it. You will be getting proper drinking water in almost all the hotels and all the places you go, but don't try to drink water from the normal taps or any other places, because that is not only going to be unhygienic, but it will actually ruin your health and your trip as well. So keep this thing in mind. So I hope I have covered almost all the points that is needed to be talked here in this video. If you have any queries related to anything, do let me know in the comment section below. As I've already told you, I have made a full series on the places where I have went in Bali and given all the informations that you need regarding the transportation cost, the food, and also the places you can visit and how they are. So you check out all the videos to get the best information for your next trip to Bali, and see you all again in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care, stay safe.